Hello everyone, it is Wednesday, March 7th, 2018. And you have to remember it is still winter, thus snow. Oh yeah, it's very real still. Anyways, let's get started, see what we're doing today.
Still valuable because you've failed so many times and you've succeeded so many times and you've arrived at this process. And what we're with a guy who's like in the biz 3-4 years.
On another level, I know personally that there are thousands and thousands of contractors who do way better work than myself than these guys do. No offense, but like that's kind of who I want to focus on, these guys.
I walked around to the side of the van to open up the sliding door and I couldn't. I realized because it was locked still, but I don't remember locking it. And I'm trying to get it unlocked and the unlock button won't work. The lock button I hear is doing its thing. Okay. I don't get this stuff. I guess apparently you gotta have the key on the ignition. And hey, the sun's actually out. Kind of. Come on, sun. But anyways, I guess, so you need to... No, it's working now. No, it's not. Whatever, regardless, I got everything unlocked. I know the key fob works. Figure, hey buddy. Hey buddy. Hey Cooper. What's up? Look at this old man. But yeah, we're back on site with this crawl space. Get her done, move on. Oh, what? Now what? Sometimes I don't get it. Hey buddy. Hey buddy. The back door gonna unlock on me or not? Okay, that's weird. It's kind of weird. Whatever. Well, right now, what I'm preparing to do is go down in this filth. And attach that duck boot. You see that little piece of flex run? So I'm gonna put that, I'm gonna get that boot out of there, put a different one in. And then that way it will come up to this hole in the floor here. Because we're right up against the floor joist and the foundation wall over there. So I made a little extension, we'll bring it up for a 2x4. Well, this is probably gonna go, but that will be their deal. I'll just bring it up when we're done here. Take two. I think I made the hole big enough this time. The other guy made the hole last week. Not quite big enough. He had one job. So as you see, I'm using a pair of Klein diagonal cutters to tighten that plastic duct strap, and I regret not having the actual tool meant for it. It actually, the duct strap slides through this tool that I'm talking about, and then you crank down and it cinches down, automatically cuts it, and you're done. Unfortunately, I didn't have one because I do so little HVAC. And I can't remember the last time I even put any flex duct in with the other guys, but this works just as well.
Now we're gonna go on a little journey to find something I believe I left back here in this part of the crawl space. Let's see if we can't find it. It's really not a bad crawl space, it's just, this stuff is very unique. I've never seen insulation put on like this. Rails on either side of the floor joist, and you got these little sticks every foot or so holding the insulation up. You touch that, it vaporizes, and it gets everywhere. Anyways, continuing on. Haha! I spy my knife. Got it.
Hard part's done. Now we gotta fix a water leak. So when I was here last week, I noticed this water leaking from this galvanized half-inch cross T, double T. So I just put a pan under here until I got back. And today, I'm gonna take that out, put a stainless one in, leave it as it is now, until he wants to do something with the rest of this conglomerate. If he wants to repair it at a future date. But this is just to get the leak stopping, and then we can focus on maybe getting a price together for the rest of this. And he has a filter treatment system here. So this would have a head of air in it. So there's some air here, and then water the rest of the way. So it aerates the water and removes, I don't know, the iron. I imagine it's got iron in here. But anyways, I don't want that air escaping from here. So I'm just gonna isolate it from the rest of the plumbing system. Same with the softener. We get to the softener as well. And that way, when we get pressure back to the system, it'll still have the head of air in here. And this we won't be disturbing so much. Alright, so this just happened. Looks like I'm gonna have to take a detour in my plans and either put a new one of these fittings on or just take it back to here. Yeah. Remember to breathe. Breathe. We're not in labor. We're not delivering a child. So we're ready to put this back in place after I've got this cross all situated. I just took this piece out of here at this valve. Just gonna put the nipple in. Come on, you can do it. So thankfully the flares acted as unions and I could take this all apart. But obviously if it was threaded in with solid nipples or sweated in, it would have been a little different story. I would have been wanting to replace a bit more than this. And anyways, I'm about ready to button this all up and turn the water back on. If you ever had a jar with a lid like this you can't get off, just grab your Milwaukee PVC pipe or oil filter wrench. See if I can't make this work. It was beautiful. Next challenge is to get this drain down here tightened up. It was actually leaking for him before, and he wanted me to just take care of it while I was here, of course. That's always the mantra you hear. But anyways, I took that out and I applied silicone to the top side of this rubber gasket right underneath the porcelain part of the sink. And you may be asking yourself, why do I put the silicone here versus up here? And the answer is because it's overflow. If that lets water in, it will actually exit right above this part, and you need it sealed down underneath here more than you do up top. So this takes care of everything. Of course, it would be a pedestal sink. Last thing to do, I still have to tighten this nut right here up against the underside of the sink bowl, and then put my trap together. Ooh. Yeah, right, there's no room for this. Boy, okay. Some say to let the silicone set up. I've never had a problem with just starting to run water right away. When it's in a situation where you have something tight up against each other to form a seal, you know, obviously you don't run water. I don't run water if, say if you caulk the edge of right here, don't run water until that's set. Or around a bathtub, shower surround, any of that, so. Oh, hello? Well, not surprisingly, we now have a blocked drain with the one we were just working on. Alright, time to snake it out. You know what's coming. You already know what's coming. I would love to have said that I was able to clear this blockage with the drain snake. I'd love to say I have this taken care of. It will be flowing freely and draining real nicely from this sink here. But I've been at it a long time. I have been trying different heads. I have modified one of my heads. Not working. It must be really, really packed. Because I know what it is. It's the old crusty cast iron is starting to close in, and so badly this time that it's completely solidified mass of rust. Yeah, fail. So there's my modification I did. Just to see if there's anything that I can look at down in there. I'm going to grab my inspection camera. Oops, we're upside down. Anyways, you get the picture. Yeah, it's not telling me much of anything. Not any more than I already knew. It's crusty and packed and solidified and it's not going anywhere. Nah, I can't see. So I'm up against a mass of packed bits of rust and chunks, and I'm also I know I'm right at an elbow. That has to be right at an elbow in the slab concrete. So double whammy. If I'm not dealing with cats at home, I'm dealing with them at work. It's helping yourself to my van, huh? Yeah, how do you like the Vito? Come and join the party there, Cooper. And it is starting to snow. It's getting more intense out. The wind is picking up. All that good stuff. Might not need these, but anyways, I am preparing to go up on the roof and seal around the vent that we stuck through. And I don't think it's going to take anything. I think that it's just the rubber piece around the pipe itself needs a little helping hand. So let's go up there and do that. That should about do it. Here's this vent pipe that I was working on the drain with, where it comes up out of that sink. Anyways, looks like this piece is new, but it must transition somewhere in the attic, I suppose. Regardless, because it's cast iron, it always rusts and flakes off, and all those flakes of rust and crap fall down to the very bottom, which is a 90, and packs itself in there. And that's what I was faced with, so I might just change this whole thing out at some future point. So I was able to wrap up things with the customer and explain what we might be able to do to take care of the blocked drain at that sink. Fortunately, the kitchen sink works, that toilet works, and those are the only fixtures that are in use. They have a whole full bath yet to be up and running, no shower. So they're really looking forward to get that up and running, and the guys are here putting the flooring in, subfloor, working on that, and I'm pretty much done until they want to decide what they want to do with that drain. And if you look at this weather though, Thank goodness. I'm actually down to a very low amount of gas in the tank, and I'm in a very unfamiliar area of Ohio that I hardly ever come to, so I will gladly utilize GPS instead of trying to guess how long I'm going to last on the road. Alright, so where are we going?
Head southwest on Road East toward County Road AB.
Sure, we could do that. So while that did take substantially longer than anticipated originally, because he had me look at that tailpiece drain assembly for the sink, and then I found out that it was not draining because it's got a blockage. It apparently turned out okay, because my afternoon job was taken care of by one of the other techs here. He was able to finish early at one of his jobs, and now he's there taking care of where I would have gone to. So all that's left for me to do now is finish up the paperless work, which includes getting them pricing on replacing drains that I'd mentioned before. So it's anybody's guess what we might do from here, because they could change their mind about what they want done. You know, at this point in time, before tearing up the floor, let's do all of it, you know, that sort of thing. That's my thinking. But they have just obviously recently dumped a bunch of money into their bathroom, a full bath that they're getting redone, and they said they had some other things going on. So anybody's guess, we'll see what they come up with. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna leave you here, get some stuff done. Just a few things, that's it. And I've wrapped up a few errands. Got to figure out the rest of my game plan for this job that I was just on. I've shown this before. I had a couple other people ask me exactly what this is. It's called a wheels desk, I think. I think it's called a wheels desk. As you can see, it goes right on my steering wheel. Very nice. So I'm gonna get busy here, figure out a couple things for the plan, whatever that might end up being. At this point, we don't know, like I said. So I'm gonna let you go. Thanks for your interaction. Keep the comments coming. Appreciate it all. And I'll catch you the next time. So if you made it this far, you can check out what they did to my cat. You've seen her before with all her hair. My wife actually took her to the vet so they could sedate her in order to do this. Well, now we see what you look like without all your fur. She was getting a lot of mats. It was like a lion cut almost. That's much better. Good job, Mia.